Hey, welcome back to the channel, Dirt Cleaner Videos. I'm David Johnson, the sole proprietor of Superior Lapidary, and this is our world headquarters. It's pretty noisy in here. I've got 3 saws going, 1 TV, and 1 spear machine. So I think maybe we'll shut them off and show you my caskets for today. And just like that, some peace and quiet. All right. So today what I'm going to do is change out a wheel on there, my Titan. The 280 wheel is giving me a little grief. We'll zoom in on this one and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I've got another wheel I should replace soon, but the 280 had to go. So I got 2 hard grinding wheels followed by 4 soft wheels. These are all Nova. No, it's good enough brand of wheel. But this one, if you can see here, has come undone. So I ordered a new one from Johnson Brothers Lapidary, and we're going to put that on hopefully today. I'm not sure the exact process to take this apart and put it together, but it can't be too complicated. All right, first we've got to take the top off. It's just set in place. Same thing with the bottom. No bolts, no screws, no anything, so that's pretty nice. That's how we can access our wheels. Right here what we're looking at are the pumps for the air supply to run the geysers, or the spitters as a lot of folks call them, and this is how you supply water to the bottom of the wheel. It's recycled water. Some folks use them, some don't. That's a personal choice. If you're working with really fine or expensive material, you may just want to keep a continuous flow of fresh, clean water and not use the geysers. But they do work fairly well for most applications. But yeah, now I got to figure out how to get this this off. This is really my first look at the end of this, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to need. I got a couple tools. We'll see if they're going to work. All right, we got a little slot on the end. I got right there's a couple notches. Look like you can put a wrench on there. I'm not sure if this is a right hand or a left hand thread. I'll wipe it off a little and see if there's any telltale signs. Well, that came off easy. That literally just came off by hand. No wrench needed. Let's see how the rest of this goes. Oh. I was totally worried about how hard it would be to get these off, but I'm not done yet. This is either a 60 or, no, that's an 80 grit wheel, 80 grit grinding wheel. Got a spacer, that comes off easy. All right, now this is what I expected. Okay, I'm going to try some persuasion. Recommend it or not, I don't know. Just a little bit though. Seems to be moving it. haven't used this machine a whole lot. Back when I was working out of my house in the basement, I did use it. So there's a 220 hard wheel. Sure it feels smooth though. Spacer comes off. There's just the smallest amount of corrosion on here. Not much at all, just a couple little rings of it there and a tiny ring here. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Now let's see if this bad boy comes off. Well, she's coming off, all right. Yeah, that one spot seems to have that little tiny bit of corrosion. Catches it a little bit. The old persuader is doing its trick. Oh yeah, there's a little corrosion there yet. Not much, it's not deep. And there's the 280 Nova wheel that's giving me my distress for the moment. Take a closer look at the shaft here. Just a little bit of corrosion there. I think what I'm going to do is plug this in, turn it on, and at least wipe that area down. We'll let that rock and roll for just a minute there. Alright, so I grabbed a little 800 sandpaper. You can tell this is off the flex wheel that I have. I'm not going to go to town on this too hard. Alright, so that's all we're going to do with that. Let's put a little, take this rag, clean it with that. We're set. Alright, there's a package. I have not opened this up yet. I actually got it a few weeks ago. So with delivery it was under $100. Alright, well there's my new 280. It is called the Super Nova 280. Don't need a little red bushing in there. But I always save these bushings somewhere. Because if you've got a different piece of machinery, it might need one day. There's nothing to indicate to go one way or the other as far as which way it spins. Gotta go back and use my tiny persuader. One caveat when I'm doing this, do not hit your threads. That would be bad. The 220 wheel is the next to go on. A little more room first. Get that started. What I would recommend doing if I were you, I'll try it, is holding this bushing on the end and tapping on that. And yeah, I can do it a little bit. Could always get a big socket and add on there. That might help a little bit. That looks like it. And that goes on. So it is, this is a reverse thread, so keep that in mind. I'm going to put a little bit of torque on there, more than it had. Not much. Okay. Well, your 10-inch wrench is not going to do it. You need a 12-inch adjustable unless you got one with a wide mouth. So if you're using standard equipment, oh, there we go. I'm going to turn this the other way. Well, I don't think slippage was a real problem. It came off by hand. I was totally amazed. That's enough. And I think we've done it. I'm just going to wipe that down. Maybe I should spin it once first. Let's see what happens. These two little top here, there's one here and one on the other side. There's a couple little holes inside here that go over them. So you got just a little bit of lining up to do. It's not much. Line this up as best as you can. Well, that was pretty simple. Usually my repair videos go quite a bit longer. This was terribly easy. This is not bolted down. The base is not bolted down. This nut came off by hand. If it doesn't come off by hand, you put a wrench on it. Get a 12-inch or larger adjustable wrench. If your wheels are stuck, maybe if they're froze more, get some PB Blaster, something like that. Work on the rust for a while before you start taking them off. That might be necessary, depends on corrosion. I had a slight amount of corrosion, it was just tiny on there. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to use this a bunch, so it's going to be dry most of the time. And that's it. So I hope you liked this video. If you found it informative at all, give it the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate your comments. I try to get back to anybody who comments on my videos. And that's it from Superior Lapidary, Dirt Cleaner Videos, signing off.